When it comes to defending against advanced persistent threats, there's only one real lesson that you need to remember. Your conventional solutions are not enough. That's not to say that they're not effective. Simply saying, I don't use an AV because it won't help me defend against an APT is not too bright either, as there are multiple layers to defense. When you're the blue team, your role is to make the attack on your organization as difficult as possible. And that's not done in one step. Instead, it's more like an onion. Imagine that each layer is a different protection mechanism and that each of them are absolutely essential in your defense. But separated, they're easy to bypass. For example, in a general scenario, for most organizations, you would have an outer layer, that is the firewall. The next layer of defense would be your packet loggers and your protocol filters. Yes, don't be surprised, that's a protection mechanism too. The next layer would be at your email gateway to filter out spam, flag emails, and scan attachments. Next comes your antivirus solutions and your mitigation toolkits in the systems of your employees. And finally, we come to the hardware itself, securing the hardware to ensure that it can't be tampered with by an attacker. Are you seeing a pattern here in the way that we're attempting to defend against attacks? Say it yourself: application presentation, session transport network, data link, and physical. Sound familiar? If you said, hey, that's a watered down version of the OSI layers, give yourself 10 points. In other words, defending against advanced persistent threats means that you can't afford to patch issues in just a few layers. Your defense has to be comprehensive with no room for error, which is exactly what we'll attempt to do in this final module, where we attempt to defend against APTs. We'll look at defense as a series of steps and a continuing process over the 7 OSI layers. And as we do this, we'll look at how all of this links back to the kill chain. And we'll also look at some of the best practices that you should be adopting at each of these layers. I'm really excited to get started, so let's go!